Hey everybody.
Hey, hey. How you
Hey, hey, hey
guys?
y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. Happy Monday to y'all. Happy Monday. Happy
Happy
New
Monday.
Year.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Yeah, we haven't talked since last
We
year.
ain't talked since last year.
We have not.
Fuck Monday.
What? Look, I feel that. I feel it.
You listen, today has been I'm
I was
already
so
opening up
glad
my
that we were
Moscato
delayed.
D'Asti. Hear
I'm
me?
sick again. I was late for work and then I left.
No.
Then I left early. I think I got COVID this time though. I was telling Chantel I think
Oh, no.
Oh no. No.
I feel horrible.
It's going around, though,
Yep.
especially up here.
I feel like shit. My manager said you just got here 2 hours ago and I'm leaving. I don't feel good.
I'm leaving.
At least you tried to show up.
I
Yeah.
did. Even the people at the broker was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, I'm sorry that I even tried to come today because I couldn't even
What are
talk.
you taking? What are you taking? Chi. Hey
Yeah.
Coco. Happy
Yeah,
New
well,
Year.
Hey
Hey,
y'all.
Hey
Coco.
Coco.
hey, Coco.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody.
That sense of human personality ain't gone. I don't care how sick you get, ma'am.
It's for
Uh-uh.
real.
Never.
And I'm over here sniffing, but I ain't sick. I think it's just the temperature that change over here. 1 minute the temperature is -5, then we at 18, then we hit 25 and it be warm out to me, and then it drop back down in the teens.
It was so cold the other night.
Yeah, that's that doggone polar vortex, man.
I gotta get new windshield wipers. It was so my windshield was. I was supposed to, they tell you to stand them up when they get cold like that. It was frozen, and I pulled it to the plastic rubber part stuck to the window. But
Oh.
my dad said, "Why would you do that?" I said, "Shit, I don't know. I, I don't know." I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. I just listened to this story. Thanks for taking so
Yeah.
long to get up here, Chantel.
Well, my notes kind of recap what I heard too.
Okay.
I
I tr-
started it the day you sent it, but they voices be throwing me. Like I can't.
Girl,
I
yes.
am really trying to find somebody else. I promise y'all I
No,
am.
you can change it. Don't instead of like listening to them talk, you can read the transcript and kind of get a
Yeah.
sense of what's
So most of
happening.
the time when I'm listening to it, I'm driving. So I really only listen to them when I'm driving. So
Okay.
that be
Okay.
the thing for me.
Them heifers.
Yeah,
They be
I
helping
had them
me.
talking, but I changed it to them talking and the transcript so I can kind of like read it and
Mhm.
tune them out. But you don't have to listen to them. You could just go straight to the transcript and just read through the transcript.
I like their conversation. I just think it's the voice.
Yeah,
And
'cause
Yeah.
they really be high. They really be really high.
and one of them pregnant. I didn't know that until this video.
No,
Unless
she
I
not
said
pregnant no more. She been had the baby.
so.
Baby should be one already.
But
Dang.
I think I got up to about 37 minutes and I couldn't take it anymore. But I feel like I got a good aspect of the story, which is crazy. And this, I didn't know this happened in New York City. So
Really?
no, I didn't know.
Okay. Well, Rob's mom came to visit, so that's why we just gonna go ahead. I told him if she leaves before we get off, he can just hop in. But he actually did listen to the story this time.
Mm,
Oh, I was gonna be
okay.
nosy in the comments, but I was like, I'll wait.
He was
I
gonna be
said, didn't
nosy in
we
the
ask
comments.
him if today would be a good day? And he said to keep it. I was gonna be
Yeah.
messy, but I changed my mind. My notes is basically like a transcript, though, kind of, sort of. But I do have like
I don't like the picture of Chantel. I feel like she looking at me.
7 pages of notes.
You want me to change it? I can change it.
On this joke, but it do look like she. It look like she looking right at you.
She looked like somebody else that I think, like Shy Jackson, I think.
You're like another
No,
famous person.
she looks like Rudy Huxtable before she got older. Is that her? Is that who it is?
She
Uh-uh.
looked like
No,
Sanaa Lathan.
Yep,
no,
she
I
do.
don't see. She do?
Like
Mm-hmm.
Salah
Kind of, sort
Lathan,
of.
she looked like Rose Royce. That's that girl name.
Royce Reed,
Royce
Dwight
Yeah.
Howard.
Reed,
The,
yeah.
yeah, that's what she looked like. Dwight Howard. Except the nose. That's the only thing.
She
Yeah.
definitely looked like somebody famous.
Well, she
She not though.
kind of.
She's like a
I
doctor.
know, but
That shit is crazy.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna read it. If they didn't, if nobody else listened to it, I'm gonna read it. My
I
notes are
did
kind of like
listen to
that,
it
just to
because
recap.
um, it just
Well, all I have to say is try booking a role looking like Juliet and reading like
Okay,
Lady Macbeth. Okay.
okay, because that is
Hey,
definitely it's in
Bishop.
my notes. I'm glad you said it, Coco, because I got it in my notes. I was like, oh.
Cry and rewind.
Oh,
Oh no, don't try to send me no email at 5:01. I won't read it till tomorrow.
hey
period.
beauty with the dimple.
Hey, Chantel, you can let
Hi.
me know when you're ready.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay, okay. Hello, everybody. So this is welcome to Chantel's page where we discuss true black crime.
Dum dum.
I feel like them on the on the podcast. And don't mind me because I am sipping. So if I get too much, somebody say something. Just saying, it's been a day. Okay. So this is the unaliving of E'dena Hines. And just to go through like a hopefully, recap. In 2015, E'dena Hines, who was an aspiring actress, she was found violently, can I say, what
Poked.
word?
I'm about to
Pope.
say
Yeah.
Yep,
poke.
there you go. She was found violently poked over a dozen times just outside of her $1 million apartment. And this was in the streets of Upper Manhattan. They said her unaliving was disturbing and senseless, but it was also overshadowed by speculation and inappropriate type rumors that were perpetrated by the media, and was also kind of confirmed by somebody that was close to her as well about those rumors. Let's see. E'dena Hines, she was born on a Thursday, May 4th, 1982, in New York City. Not related to the case, but just Black history or BOK history on the day she was born. Um, it wasn't any like major recorded events, the date that her birthday falls on, but it does fall within a period where significant political and social movements with the BOK community that was taking place, like Jesse Jackson's presidential campaign, and then they like discussions around affirmative action and police brutality was happening like on her birthday. Anyways, her mother's name was Dina Adair, and her mother, and Dina Adair's mother, was a woman named Jeanette Bradshaw, who was married to the well-known actor Morgan Freeman. E'dena and Morgan Freeman are not related by blood, but Jeanette and Morgan was married for like 12 years and then they divorced. Morgan Freeman remarried on June 16th, 1984 to his second wife, who was a costume designer. Her name was Myrna Callie Lee. And then soon after Morgan and Myrna got married, they decided to adopt E'dena and raise her as their own child. So technically, that would make Morgan Freeman her step grandfather and adopted dad.
Right.
I'll let
It's
that sink in for a minute.
Yeah.
it's so crazy. It's like incest, but it's not.
It sounds like it could be, but it's not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't blood related.
At all.
No kind of way.
Yeah, because
So in 2009, Morgan and Myrna, they divorced, but the two of them was still kind of supportive of E'dena's career and everything. And while Morgan was kind of like already on his way to like fame in his early years, by the time E'dena was born, they said she witnessed majority of his career progressing, which made her want to be an actress herself. He helped her out a lot.
I just want to say I've never heard of nothing she played in.
Me either. I was looking up some movies and I couldn't.
But she looks
But
so
she
much
was just
like.
starting
But
out
I
though.
did read that she didn't want like him to help her.
Right. I did see that somewhere too. Like she was trying to do it on her own. They said that Morgan was supporting
Okay.
her.
Hello.
Wanted to be. Go ahead. Huh?
Shit, tell you on the phone.
I think she only ended up like playing in.
She only had like two
Yeah,
roles.
and I think
One
if
was a
I'm not
major role.
mistaken,
One of them, she was the co-host in. I know that they said
That
that.
was her major role. The
Mhm.
one she co-host was her major role. So, um, the first role that she had was in 1996. That role was also Morgan Freeman was also in that movie, but he helped her land a small part as a maid. It was called Maud Flanders. That was the first small role she played in. Um, but like from 2008 to 2011, they said she was part of the NYU graduate acting program. And while she was studying in 2009 is when she landed another role that Morgan Freeman was in a movie called The Code. When she finished school in 2011, she appeared in the movie Five Flights Up. That was like in 2014. And she was a receptionist in that movie. And then the film called Landing Up is what kind of like her major role. And she played a character named Cece. That's the movie that she was a co-star on. And mind you, that movie was her last movie because that movie was released 2 years after her unaliving.
wow.
They also mentioned prior to her landing that role, she wasn't really happy with her career. So that was probably like around the time she was trying to get stuff done by herself because she wasn't in New York City. She was in Memphis when she first trying to start like her acting career.
Hey,
She
sister.
wasn't getting any books. They weren't booking her. She wasn't able to land any roles. While she was in Memphis, it wasn't until 2 years after she spent that time in Memphis, she moved to New York City and started getting those roles. This is my favorite part. Coco mentioned it. It was part of her blog when she was trying to book. She said, "Try booking an ingenue role when you look like Juliet, but you read like Lady Macbeth." She wasn't sure where she fit in or what she wanted at the time. But it wasn't until getting that role and landing up, she felt like her dreams had started to come true. She also said, like in her audition, like during the audition, that suddenly the nerves turned into joy and excitement. She finally settled down and stopped trying to be what she thought everybody wanted her to be in that room and took a deep breath and just started to be herself. Whenever that was done, she felt a feeling of dancing in her heart, is what she said. She got a call back a few days after that audition, and then that kind of eased her approach toward her future acting career. She had a sense of comfort instead of fear at that time. Questions, thoughts, concerns before I continue. I need to put that glass down.
Um,
Hey,
no, I
Sissy.
don't. I don't
Hey,
have no
Shannon. I
questions.
didn't see y'all pop up.
Hi, ladies. Hey, Crystal.
Hey Shanna. Hey
Hey,
Crystal.
everybody.
Hey, twin.
Crystal.
Y'all, I got so many questions about this whole thing. I felt like I had missed something. I like listened to it 3 times and I was like, wait, did I keep do I keep missing this one part?
What part?
Like, why did this guy do this to her? If they were together for
Okay,
9 years.
We haven't
hold
got
that
there
thought.
yet. We haven't got there
Oh,
Okay,
yet.
hold that thought.
okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so she auditioned for that co-host the major role in Landing Up. She auditioned for that role in April 2015, but in August the same year, at only 33, is when she was found lying in the middle of the street from suffering from over a dozen puncture wounds. When I read it in New York Times said that she was poked 14 times in the back, and then he turned her over and
Mm-hmm.
he poked her another 11 more times, piercing vital organs.
Mm.
And the dude that unalived her was named Lamar Lyric Davenport, who was supposed to be an inspiring rapper slash actor, in which she dated for, they was together for 9 years. They never married, they never had kids, but he had 2 kids while he was with her. So he had 2 kids with other women while they were together. They met each other while both of them were going to NYU, and then that's when they started like dating around that same time frame when both of them were trying to get into acting.
So they both went to
They
NYU?
uh huh.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
both went to NYU. I couldn't even understand just looking at his backstory because he was low key addicted to drugs.
Yeah, you okay, so you're okay. You follow
I
me.
don't understand. I like just looking at his past, like how like his record is awful, like from
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
larceny and
One girl said, like, I felt like she was trying to like help him. Like she felt like,
mm-hmm.
He felt like she could be his savior.
yeah, like she could help. She
Yo.
could save him.
Yeah, because he
And
was lost.
he damn
But my
sure was.
question is like how what forced him like how because you know NYU is like the program to be
Wow.
in when it comes to acting, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So who else did he fool to get into that school for acting? Because being trying to be a rapper is, you know, everybody want to be a rapper. Like everybody want to be an actor too, but trying to get into NYU and to actually get in,
I was just about to say that he actually got in.
He probably was really good. He just had a horrible past.
yeah, well,
Hmm.
his family saw his violent history too. We'll get into that later, I guess. Um, but he was arrested over a dozen or over half a dozen times for larceny and Mary Jane possession.
Yeah.
So on August 16th, 2015, around 2:50 a.m., it was reported that E'dena was found in the street. So she was poked 25 times in the middle of Washington Heights. She was also rushed to the hospital, resulting in her unaliving when she got to the hospital. Now, this man,
And I just
who
want y'all
was
to know
this man?
Washington Heights is always lit up. Like it's not a street light out. Like everything. Somebody when them people they said they seen it, they seen it because Washington
Yes.
Heights is never dark. In I'm telling you, like that's I'm like Washington Heights in Manhattan. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, that was the crazy part to me. Like the whole thing to me kind of like is baffling because he was witnessed yelling about releasing Diablo out of her in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of that street, and everybody heard him yelling, and it was reported that her screaming and yelling woke up the neighbors. But and then her last known words to Lamar was, "Why are you doing this?"
But my question is, why nobody? I mean, I know they probably were scared, but nobody tried to stop him.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You could always say what you would have did in a situation like that, But
Hmm.
New York is an unreal place. Like you gonna mind
Somebody
your
could have
business.
somebody could have kicked him in his head, pushed
They
her
could
off.
have because he
I
was so
mean,
into her. He wouldn't have been thinking about nobody coming up from behind him. That's what I can say. Because the one
right.
witness you heard, they said one witness said he heard him grunting, but you didn't hear her screaming.
But he was inside of his house when he said he heard her grunting. Heard him grunting. I know his so in other words, his grunting was louder than her screaming.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have tried to help her, but in the heat of the moment, like I don't know. But I ain't gonna. I don't know. That's scary. That's
Yeah.
scary. And they said that he was pulling
But
his
didn't they say someone came up behind him and grabbed his belt and tried to snatch him off, but he just kept
Yep. He just kept
Yep.
going.
They said
Like,
his arm
what
was.
angered him?
I really think his ass
He
was
was
just.
he was on
Yeah.
she hasn't got to it yet. So I guess I'll wait until she gets to it. Cause I had a question about it. Well, that's what I was looking up because I wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping.
And then I tried to look her up, and it's like, why are they keeping everything about her so private? Like, you
I
can't
think
find a
that
lot.
I think that has something to do with her grandpa. I think
Morgan Freeman.
yeah, I think because I tried to pull up the autopsy because I was trying to figure out like, okay, well, was she on something too? And the
She
autopsy was
was
no.
though. She was.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
she
why she
was.
was.
I did find out that
But
she was, but I was trying to pull up the autopsy just to see like what was all in her system, and I couldn't find it at all.
did you read?
Oh.
Did you see the video of her recording him and
I
his friend?
seen I seen video I seen like still shots from the video, and I actually took a screenshot of one because I was trying to see if he was doing lines, but I couldn't tell if that's what that
No.
was.
So so the video that she recorded, I watched that today. The video
Okay.
where it said he was like, "Get the light out my face."
Mhm.
I watched that video. And
Okay.
they were like, so it was like him, there was another guy sitting across the table from him. They were at a table. He was listening to or trying to listen to like some tapes. And he was like, I'm trying to figure out like what we were doing that day because all I could hear is like, when you have your cell phone in your pocket and you hear the like the in your pocket. So
Yeah.
they were having a discussion about that. And you could tell in their faces that Lamar and the guy he was talking to across from the table was on something. And you could hear E'dena talking and it sounded like she was on something too because she had the light on her cell phone and she couldn't figure out how to turn off the flashlight. So it was the flashlight she had turned on in his face. And
So
he got
she
so angry about that flashlight, like, turn it off. Like, what do you want me to walk towards the light and die? That's what he said to her.
Oh my god.
right. And
hmm
that was like a couple of hours before he unalived her. But
Yep.
they
A
both
couple hours
they
before.
both did have PCP in their systems, and that's what I was trying to figure out because I wanted to make sure that I heard that right, that she actually was on it too.
Yep. So we said Jared Hamilton, who was a guy that tried to pull him off, lost his grip. So he wasn't able to pull off. And then there was other reports from
Hello.
Uh-oh. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you. I can't hear Dee.
I think she paused.
Okay.
Oh.
I was looking at my phone.
Oh,
But New York Times reported that some onlookers recoiled, so they saw it happening and turned around and went in the opposite direction because they didn't want to have nothing to do with
that's
it.
crazy.
Other people are the ones that called for help. So they saw it. There were plenty of witnesses that actually saw him mounting her, unaliving her at that time. But only one person that I know of that was reported that tried to stop it and couldn't. Myrna, who was her adopted mother, her boyfriend at the time, his name was Leo Vanderpool, is the one that they said just minutes before the unaliving, he witnessed E'dena and Lamar like in an angry stare off contest. And then the next thing he heard were grunts from the street and the sirens. And then he saw red lights. And then he saw the crowd in the street he broke through that crowd, and that's when he saw E'dena on her back with the red rum object in her chest. The crazy thing to me was when the police and the ambulance got there, Lamar was still on top of her,
Yeah.
motioning his body of the unaliving, even though he wasn't holding the red rum object, like it was already in her chest.
Yeah, it was
But he was
stuck.
still on top of her. That's what was crazy to me. But they immediately took him into custody. They charged him with second degree red rum of E'dena Hines.
Hmm.
They said that he was emotionally unstable when he was taken into custody and he was still like ranting and raving and belting out evil obscenities. And then he said he couldn't figure out why, like he didn't know why he was even what he was even doing in the police station. And they later discovered at that time is when he was on PCP. And apparently, PCP is one of those
Hallucinating.
substances that make you extremely violent,
Hmm. Hallucinate.
emotionally unstable, strong.
Mm.
What else, Chantel? I can't remember what else I read
Hallucinate.
about it.
It makes you hallucinate. It makes them hallucinate. And if it does, if it makes you strong, I kind of see that probably. Even though the man that was trying to help couldn't get him off because he had the strength of Jesus in him.
The last of my notes is 2 days before the unaliving is when they found text between E'dena and Lamar that the relationship was like on the rocks and they had talked about breaking up. I couldn't find the text messages. I looked for them,
I did
but
too.
like somebody said, like everything about this case, like the important details, like autopsy and stuff like that, is like shut, sealed.
Hmm.
Like you can't even access certain stuff. And then on May 7th, 2018, instead of being found guilty of second degree red rum, they charged him with manslaughter and gave him 20 years in prison.
Oh wow.
And I did read that his mama was actually the one who said that Morgan Freeman had been SAing her and that it was all his fault that this happened.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They
And
Because
that's
also said it in the text messages too. So when he was at trial, when Lamar was at trial, like his defense was trying to use that like 10 years after the fact, trying to bring up the whole thing about her relationship with Morgan Freeman just to deter himself from
mhm.
being guilty. But even his mama was trying to prove his innocence. Like, dude, the dude was witness mounting this
Right.
woman, piercing vital organs, yelling out obscenities for Diablo to be released from her body. He even did the same thing when he was sent to a freaking mental institution. And
Mhm.
they hated him there. They said he was like acting like nothing happened,
Mhm.
participating in events and
And the inmates
like, come
like
on.
him. And not
Yeah.
only that, when he was being taken to jail, he was telling the police officers that they needed to repent.
Yeah.
What you need to repent for when you just unalive somebody?
Right. You literally sitting over here covered in blood and you telling me I need to repent.
Yeah.
I mean, but and I don't know much about the legal system or whatnot, but what I couldn't determine is why he was only charged with second degree murder. Well, when they
Defense.
charged him
Well,
originally,
originally, yeah.
yeah, he was originally charged. That I know that's not the outcome, but when they originally charged him, why was it only second degree murder?
Because it should have been capital or first
Yep.
degree, if we being honest.
Yeah, because I mean, you had witnesses. Like it wasn't something that they had to go and investigate to find out the who done it. You know, it was a situation where you had real life witnesses standing there that watched the entire ordeal play out. So I was confused about that. And I wrote that in my notes, just kind of curious as to why he was originally only charged, and then afterwards, and I will make it to that part. We haven't
I
made
mean,
it
I
through.
I feel like they did that because the way that he portrayed her and the way his defense portrayed her made it so that she wasn't as innocent as everybody else was trying to make her be. Like she was on PCP too. She was doing hard stuff with him too. And he had text messages and it was kind of like that video evidence of her being underneath the influence. And they also
Wow.
reported that she had text messages where she had conversations with Lamar about Morgan Freeman and their relationship being somewhat on the inappropriate side as well, where she said that he only asked, and this is where I read this either in New York Times or Daily Post or something like that, but they had conversations where she said that she didn't go to him for advice. He was more so reaching out to her for advice, but she did have those conversations where they had
Hold
an
on.
inappropriate relationship.
But wait, in the text messages, it said older man. She didn't specifically say that it was him.
No, one of her messages said when I have to go back in my phone. Lamar said when it comes to your grandfather, she mentioned that he would like Morgan would message her for advice
Right.
and
Yeah,
she would be the one giving advice, but it wasn't like she came out and said, "Oh yeah, he's like we have an inappropriate relationship," but he made it appear as though she
mhm.
does, like they did.
I
And I feel
think
like his defense kind of played the wording of her
right.
messages.
They let because you know they do that. They leave. They leave. They cut like stuff out so that you can get interpreted how you want. And I think that's what they did in this case.
Mm.
Um.
So it made her look like she wasn't as innocent, so that he had the minimum, you know what I'm saying? Like not the maximum what he should get, but
Mhm.
just enough so they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you going behind the bars." But I think that's why they charged him that way.
Well, I
Because had her
also
record been like clean, I think he probably would have got the max if they couldn't find anything on her.
I don't even. I still feel like that wasn't even a enough reason for them not to give him the max because whether she had a clean record or not, she didn't bother anybody. She didn't do anything to anyone. It was him.
But they didn't go into detail about her. They didn't focus that much on her unaliving as much as they did
Right.
on her inappropriate relationship with Morgan.
Right.
And
And
I
I
Which
think
heard
is
that
that.
took
probably
away
why.
from the case because everybody was so
Right.
focused, and the media too, was so focused on that relationship that it just kind of like, yeah, she was unalived. It's unfortunate, but what about her and Morgan? Just because of his name and his celebrity
Right.
status, you know what I'm saying? Like they focus more so on
Mhm.
that for a scandal, for papers, but also just, I mean, her grandfather ain't really help it either. Because if you that close, or if you were that like supportive of your granddaughter and her career, I understand. Like they said, people grieve differently, but his statement was real dry.
It really was.
It was,
I I
it
thought
was
it was
dry.
I thought it was just strange. He went from being her step grandfather to then he ended up becoming her adoptive dad.
That's because he got
I think
remarried.
that,
But
yeah,
why
and I
did
think
she?
that had,
But oh, I'm
I think
sorry.
that had more so to do with his wife, the new wife,
Yeah,
probably not having
yeah,
kids or not being able to have kids or something like that.
Oh, because I
yeah.
was just like,
And you know,
why would they bring her into his new fold when she wasn't even blood related to him?
Because she
because
was
you know,
trying to be, she wanted to be an inspiring actor too, though.
Yeah,
and
but
then
I mean, that's like,
in some families, when you divorce somebody, you don't. That doesn't mean that you necessarily have to detach from like the other people because you have a relationship with them, and he may have built a relationship with her, and it was just something that he probably didn't want to let go, or however it went.
yeah. Mm.
I mean, remember, before she was born, he was already like in his early stages of his career. So when she was
Hmm.
born, she got to witness like his acting, and that's what inspired her to be an actor too. So whenever he got divorced from her mom or from her mom's mom.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
she knew him.
Yeah. It.
But
Cause
it
her,
just makes it. It just makes me wonder, like, what was there? There had to be more to the story, as far as like you divorced a woman, and her child is now a part of her grandchild is a part of your life more than he, and you adopt that child to become a part of your new life. But what about the rest of the family that you left behind? You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying it right or not.
So I get what
they
you're
didn't
saying,
really go
but
into
based
detail
off
about the relationship between
right.
Because I'm like, was
um
she
uh,
troubled already?
But based off of what I found out, he didn't like leave his first wife's like family. Like he didn't leave them like to just say, "Oh, forget about y'all," like the kids and stuff like that, because he had, if I'm not mistaken, 4 kids biologically. They all had different, like most of them all had different mothers. So I don't think it was a case where he just left his other family behind, because even though he wasn't married to the other women that he had kids with, they all were still kind of they're all still connected in some kind of way, if that makes sense. I don't know what the special interest was in her particularly, because
I think it was more
again,
so of the acting, because I
you
mean,
think
you know what I'm
so?
saying. I think that they, because they bonded with acting, because that's what she saw, and that's what inspired her to be an actress. I mean, if she was in Memphis and when she was in Memphis and her career wasn't taking off the way she wanted to take off, why not go to your granddaddy? You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
don't know the relationship between him, and we don't know between him, his wife at the time, his second wife Myrna, and E'dena. It might have been a situation where Myrna wanted to adopt her, because they chose, like, after, even after he remarried her, like soon after he got remarried to Myrna, like I said, is when they both decided to adopt E'dena and raise her as their own. But I don't know what happened with her grandmother or
Yeah.
her mom, because they didn't really go into detail with it. I tried to look up information, but I didn't really find much on it. But
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
want to
I
do
did.
a
I
deep
saw.
dive into to that and confuse, because it's already confusing. Her grandmama and her,
Right.
listen,
Well,
make
I
your
do
head
know
spin.
that I did find that when it came to her mom, the day, either the day before or the day of that she was unalive, she did spend like after the morning or something with her mom, and they went and looked at the old house that they used to live in, because when the mom got there to testify, they was asking her like why would she take her there, and she was just basically saying like to reminisce about the good old days. Like I don't know why they felt the need to interrogate her about why she took her to go look at like they old house that they used to live in with him, which was kind of like crazy to me.
Yeah. Another thing that was crazy to me, um, about Lamar, is his family was already well aware of his history of violent behavior and substance abuse. And they also said, I think it was also New York Times that mentioned it, that they were aware of it. And he said it in court, that my family told me that it would eventually lead to him going in the wrong direction or doing something bad already. So they already knew of his behavior, they already knew what he was doing. He was aware of it too. I just think he just really didn't care.
And that along with the PCP just made it even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Then they speculated possibly because her career may have been taking off a lot better and, thriving better than his, because they both went to the same school. They both
Hmm.
were trying to do the same things, but just because she had kind of like an edge up, because remember those first what couple roles that she had,
Hmm.
her grandfather was in those roles and helped her get them.
And that's probably the real reason why they blamed him, was because she was getting the boost up and he wasn't.
Jealousy.
Right.
Yeah.
Something that kept like sticking out to me was how they kept mentioning when he would say, "You have a submissive." What was the term that he kept using? A submissive relationship with your grandfather or something of of that nature. I
That's
guess
exactly what it was. But I don't think it was submissive. I think it was more so respectful.
right, and that was what I gathered from it. Just because if my dad or my granddad or something, you know, told me to do something or asked me to do something, most likely I'm gonna do it. If they give advice or offer up something, I'm gonna take the advice, especially if I know that they've been there, done that, and they are doing, what I want to do. So I think a lot of it had a lot to do just surface level, just kind of looking at everything that he did or said. I think it was him, like y'all alluded to, being kind of jealous of the fact that, okay, here we are, we both, you know, in the same game, but I see you progressing, and I feel like you automatically are going to have this one leg up on me because of who your adopted father is. Um, and with drugs being into play, he probably was thinking from a standpoint of, well, this is not your real dad. This is just a man, and I'm pretty sure that you got to be doing something or giving something up to get this stuff. So he probably created this scenario in his mind that this is what was going on with them, and this was how she was starting to advance or progress, because that's the narrative that he started painting, and he probably was telling his mom the same thing. So she
Right.
was running with it and selling this information to tabloids.
And everybody ran with it.
Exactly. Because we heard about it here in Memphis. You know, it everybody was just like, "What?" Like it didn't make sense to anybody because Morgan Freeman, he has like strong ties in the Memphis area. Um and Mississippi also, but you would hear like when and people literally brushed over it. That was just like how much locally it wasn't really believed, because everybody was just like, man, no, that don't make sense. And it because I didn't understand the dynamic back then. I was like, wait, is he was seeing his granddaughter or what? I was confused by it because I'm like, wait, is she his daughter or his granddaughter? And then it came out that she wasn't related to him by marriage. They weren't tied by blood or anything, but it was just the dynamic. They were family through marriage and adoption, but that whole thing was just crazy. It didn't make sense, and people just kind of swept that under the rug. And with Morgan Freeman having the star power that he had, I'm pretty sure it was just easy for people to be like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that. That makes no sense. And if no proof has ever come out or whatever, even if everything is sealed, you know, we don't have anything to see to speculate, or to
Right.
even believe what they were saying.
I wonder
They
if
both
they.
denied the relationship, like the inappropriate relationship. It was
Mhm.
denied by both Morgan and Adina.
I
My
wonder.
thing is, like,
Go
her relationship with Lamar was already rocky the entire time, probably from the moment she realized that he had kids on her while they were together. 9 years,
Yeah,
and
that
this
was a
man
good
having
one.
children on you. And then she seemed like to me like a type of person that won't back down anyway. So you talking trash, I'm gonna talk trash back to you. You know what I'm saying? So he probably couldn't do nothing with her.
I think they
And then
used.
that jealousy comes in too.
Yeah, I think they figured if they used him and her having a relationship, that it would kind of like cut down on like what they sentenced him. I mean, because it did get it dropped down to manslaughter. So they probably used him being jealous and scorn and all this other stuff because he assumed that she was having a relationship with her grandfather, and they probably used that to their advantage.
That's
It
so
was
wild to me that it was, demoted or dropped down, downgraded from even second degree to
mhm.
man. Yeah, I just thought that was just so wild.
And it was
But
witnessed by police and the ambulance people.
right,
If you
he
were
had a
witnessed
heck
by
of a
authorities,
defense.
still
Exactly.
mounting this lady.
Right, he had a heck of a defense team to even get it downgraded to that. But it, I just was wondering, and this is just the scenario I made up in my mind. I felt like, okay, he already had this suspicion in his head, and when they got to PCPing over there, you know, he the speculation, just grew stronger, and he probably just started walling out on her, and that's probably why he was talking about, as D said, getting Diablo up out of her
That
and
man was
everything.
already
And
loony
also,
from the
and
beginning.
also too, when he was poking her, they said that he was telling her that he loved her. So you're poking me, but you're telling me that you love me at the same time. I wonder, like, when he was in his state of hallucination, what all was like happening in that moment? Because when you hallucinate, like it's really crazy if you've ever hallucinated. Because I know I have, but not to the point of like wanting to unalive anybody. But that was one of my things. That like you was hallucinating, but you was able to still tell her that you loved her, and your insanity plea didn't go the way that you thought it was gonna go. Welcome in, Mr. Biggs.
He probably
Right.
been in like was in and out of a state of conscious unconsciousness though.
Hmm.
So he probably was like going through the motions and experiencing emotions at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I yeah.
And didn't know what was real and what wasn't real until after the fact. But the man went to the loony bin, not knowing what the heck. Like they had to sedate him, and when he woke up, he was trying to figure out what happened, or not trying to figure out what happened. When he woke up screaming like, "No, why did this happen?" So he know what he did.
right,
Right.
exactly. And it made me wonder too, just trying to see things from both sides of the coin. I just because it just seemed so ridiculous, that he would accuse them of that, but at the same time it makes me wonder. I'm just like, okay, well, did you really have some proof? Was there really something that you knew, that made you snap like that, or was it just pure, speculation, or you, because for his mom to throw out um SA allegations against, Morgan Freeman, saying that he did that to her, and she was saying it with her whole chest, like that's what happened and that's what she believed.
Hmm.
I'm just like, okay, how did y'all get this information now, or are you just straight up
The text messages,
lying? Right. Exactly.
and they changed the verbiage, or they
Right.
read what they wanted to read based off of the text messages.
Because those text messages were vague, so they had to just interpret their own theory out of them.
What, right, okay, yeah. I Because I'm just like it, and for them not to sue her for any kind of slander or anything, I always wondered. I'm just like, okay, you got long money, Morgan Freeman. Why didn't you sue that lady for defamation of character or something? Because that,
That
I
would have been
mean,
more
that
media
could have,
attention, and it still would have taken away from her case
Yeah.
because
because they would have been
today,
focusing on slander and defamation of character.
but they didn't even pay attention to the case. That's what's just so crazy to me, because this, like you said, like her murder. I mean, I didn't mean to say it. Her unaliving
Mhm.
wasn't. It wasn't even, the focus. And I will tell you, I remembered more about. the accusation of their inappropriate relationship than I did regarding her unaliving.
And that's crazy
That, and
that
that was
Yeah,
the sole purpose.
and that's
That's what.
crazy.
you know what I was I was
But
wondering, is that a part of that Hollywood stuff that they always say, like, somebody has to be sacrificed. You have to have some kind of craziness happen to
I
you
don't think
to
that
become this
I
big
don't think
person
that
in
that's what this
Hollywood.
is. I don't think that that's what this was because Morgan Freeman was already big way before any of this had even happened. So I don't think that
Yep.
that's what this was.
Because didn't this happen around the same time as that one movie he did with Angelina Jolie? And like they were like, well, I think it was called Wanted or something like that, or Warranted. And then they could sit in these ice baths and they would heal all of their wounds and all of that.
I know
Yeah,
what you're
it
talking
started
about.
around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
so I
started
was just
then. It
wondering.
was
I
wanted.
was just okay. I was just trying to
Yeah,
figure
but
out, was
Wanted
it?
was in 2008 though. Wanted was released 2008.
But remember,
This
it didn't
happened
do
in
well at the box.
2015.
But it didn't do well at the box office. So I was just trying to put some of my conspiracy theories was like, well, maybe it was because of that. I don't know. I was just trying to
Yeah,
figure
I
it
mean
out.
that
Like,
movie was released in 2008, but in
oh, okay.
2009 is when they adopted her.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
And wasn't she a full
Yeah, they
adult?
adopted her.
She probably was, but he had been raising her since she was
Yeah,
little, like with her first with his first wife, which was her grandmother.
Mm,
she was an adult because she was studying in 2009 in NYU. So she was in NYU
okay.
when it all happened. When she was in NYU when Wanted came out, so I would think if she was in NYU and then that's when she kind of like landed a role in one of her films. If they were trying to do a sacrifice, then that would have been the time, and then that would have, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think the
Yeah, yeah.
timeline.
Maybe I missed it, but so they adopted her when she was already grown. I thought
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. In 1984 is when they adopted her.
oh
Okay,
okay,
that's where I was
So,
getting
so he
1984
confused. I'm
remarried
like,
in 1984. And then soon after they got married, soon after Morgan and Myrna got married in 84 is when they decided to adopt E'dena. So she was a
She
child.
was a child because she was
oh,
born in
okay.
'82, so
She was born in 82.
she was still pretty much a baby at that point.
Now that makes more sense. Because I was like, why are they adopting a grown up?
Because yeah, and that's what makes this even more outlandish to me, the accusations. But I mean, I don't know, but I just think that that just made it even more wild. But the fact that his defense team were able to keep hammering at that, um, to drive, and and they were putting it out in the media, to drive that point home. I'm I'm pretty sure that had a big effect on the jury and everything, and so this was downgraded, from crime A to crime B. I just thought it was that was just so mind blowing to me.
the fact that it is manslaughter, I just don't see how when he was like literally caught in the act doing it.
Yes.
Part that gets me. Like y'all caught him in the act of doing that. For it
Well,
to be manslaughter is crazy.
sorry. I did look up what the meaning behind why it couldn't have been capital. Capital means it was a police officer, a firefighter, and something else it said.
Mm, that's man. That whole thing is just crazy. But like I said, it worked. It really worked because I honestly remembered more about the rumor than what happened to the victim, and I was just like, man, she really is, she is unalived, because I honestly, I'm like, I forgot about it, but I just thought about more so how they tried to make that man look like a creep.
Yeah.
And that was what stuck with me. Of
Well,
course, I was on the side of that's that's
So,
crazy and can't be. But
so they're making him look like a creep kind of place to the defense portion, because I did read that he did have other SA allegations against him. Now, I don't know how true they are, but he did have other people say that, that's what he was doing.
Yep.
mm,
Yep. Throughout his career, there has been allegations like that, but when it pops up, as soon as it pop up, it fades away. Like
so
it'll come, it would come out that oh, it was reported that such and such was having a SA relation or that type
So
of
he was
relationship with such and such, and then it'll be in the media or in the blogs for about a strong week, maybe a week and a half, and then all of a sudden nothing, and then a new
he was
movie
paying
comes
people
out.
off. He was paying people off.
that's that star power, yeah, because that's A list. It don't really get more A list, than Morgan Freeman, and him and Denzel are on the same level. Like if you ask me, as far as like star power, but I just think that it is, that is kind of, ironic that those things do come up and just disappear. I don't think that I don't think that it would necessarily fly in this day and age, but back then he was probably on the cusp of, where people didn't really drive the issues. They don't press the issues as much as they press them today, because of everything that's going on. But I do think that that's amazing that you have these accusations and then we don't see anything else about them.
Yep.
Like they just go away. I'm like, how? And like you said, he probably is paying people off. Or we could go with DeShannon's theory. He could be, I don't want to say the name because I don't need them popping up in my inbox or nothing. Because I be getting them crazy messages. I'll be like, please, why y'all trying to pick me? I ain't done nothing. I ain't.
He must been paying top dollar to keep it a secret if he can get off with it and Bill Cosby can't.
And then thank you.
But look at the people that was attached to him though.
True.
Bill ain't have that many people attached to him like that. We talk about somebody that was in Shawshank Redemption. Now think about the characters in that movie first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he close to those people, and then think about the cast in the movie Wanted and how close he was to those people. Like, and then the people that are close to those people. He
I
didn't
mean, and for
have that
God,
reach. Like
he
Bill
was
didn't have
playing
that reach
God.
that he had.
That cast
Exactly.
alone has so much
He
star
was playing
power.
God
Yep.
in his
But look at
movies.
the
He was
cast in that
acting.
movie too, and how much reach it goes outside of
Yeah.
the people in the cast, and then think about the people that are outside of the people in the cast. That's how much reach he had. Bill didn't have that. Bill had the
Right.
Cosby Show.
Yeah, because they said Bill got the big
And
head.
what?
He stopped playing his
Thank.
part. Like
Yeah.
once you start, you
I
don't
just
stop.
really I I just really wish, like, it's crazy that because he was only sentenced to 20 years.
To 20 years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
And
he'll
that was
be
the
due
maximum they
for,
could give him for
yeah,
manslaughter.
he'll be due for release pretty soon, in a couple years when you think about it.
No, because I
Yeah.
think he just got. I think this just got. It ended in like 2017, 2018. So he
Yeah.
got a long way to go.
He got to go. He got
Oh,
a
okay,
nice little
okay,
way to
okay.
go.
All right. So, okay.
But I honestly think he only got that because a lot of the prosecutors was like they argued whether it was whether it was intentional or not. Of course, we all know it was intentional because he was on top of her. But they also are fighting against his psychosis, and
Mm.
then the fact that he testified that and admitted that him and E'dena had a violent relationship. Their disagreements could also be emotionally intense. Those were part of his words too. So the jury and the defense are going to also play off of those words. They were in a relationship for 9 years, right? They had a rocky relationship. They weren't emotionally stable or emotionally stable with each other. It was intense throughout the whole 9 years. This man had two children on
And
her
they was
while they were together
fresh.
for 9 years. We don't know her state. They both were on PCP.
Hmm.
So right now, all we know is she was an inspiring actor. She was good at what she was doing. She was trying to focus on the positive versus the negative. That's what we know about her, but what do we really know about her outside of
Oh,
what the media is displaying? I'm not saying that she was a bad person or, she deserved what, because I don't think that was right the way he did it. But it's just not enough. We don't have enough supporting evidence to understand why he would do what he did, because he kind of accused her of cheating on him too with her grandfather.
how
I
they
mean,
get
my
on
I
only
know
question,
PCP?
I mean,
you can get PCP from anywhere, like they said, off the street, girl.
But what make you say, "Oh, I want to do that"?
oh, I want to go try.
She might have been influenced by, if he was on it
And
and
she
remember
saw
his
how crazy he
history.
was acting. I'd have been like, "Nah, I'm good."
But my question
Nine
is, who
years
in
though,
her
Crystal,
family
they've been in a
realized that that
relationship
was
for
a bad
9 years.
Right?
But where was her family saying, "Girl,
We
you
ain't
like,
even
you know, you
finna
need to
hit
get
the
out of
game.
this"?
They probably did though. She probably had people saying this man is not right.
Oh, I'm sure.
But
Yeah.
when you with somebody for 9 years, you know how you could be blinded. Your blinders are up. You know that you want to get out. You know that it's not a good person. But like people, they were saying early on in the thing, she probably looked at him like he had a trouble past. She could probably help him. The man was in NYU. He's an inspiring actor just like she is. Maybe I can help because I got like a little edge
She
up.
was trying to save him, and
Yeah.
she probably thought she was doing a good job and didn't realize that she wasn't.
Was it her $1 million apartment?
Yeah.
Well, clearly it wasn't
Okay.
his.
Outside of her $1 million apartment. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was her.
Now, okay, so was she being and that I just y'all, I'll go down a rabbit hole just with all kinds of questions. I'm just like, okay, who was paying for this stuff? Because she wasn't like no big time actress or anything.
Probably
We knew
Morgan.
she had a few small roles, and she was okay.
Probably her grandfather.
Right. Okay.
Probably
So
Papa Smurf.
that's what I okay. That's
Could
what
be
I was
Because
kind of
remember,
curious
they
It was
about.
said
her
she was getting
grandfather.
support.
And didn't you say her condo was $1 million condo or something like that?
Hmm.
It was $1 million apartment.
Yeah. Y'all, that was her father. Remember,
That's
he
what I was
adopted
just saying.
her.
Yeah. So I guess that.
That's her step grandfather and her stepdad.
But no, if he adopted her, that
So I
makes sense.
guess that was
Father or daddy.
He was her step grandfather first, and then he adopted her. So yes, that would be her dad. You went in here at first. I
No,
was
I'm
like,
sorry.
yeah, that was her step
Be like,
grandfather.
I'm gonna strangle you.
Her
Like, what are you
step
doing?
grandfather.
Okay.
yeah. That's
Don't
wild.
hurt me. Oh,
That's
don't.
just crazy.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry. He was
I'm
about to
like,
come through
here
the
he is,
phone
and
for
I
me.
I can only imagine
Uh-uh.
from the outside looking in. I just feel like they probably were like, look, he is not the best for you. You probably need to get away from him or whatever. I don't know.
9 years, and the man had a history and a violent past, and
And had them
they
kids on
probably
you. It
did.
was.
But your parents always want the best for you, but they gonna always let you make your own decisions as an adult. So they probably was giving her advice, but you can't make a person do something they don't want to do.
9 years. That's a long time.
Trying to say 9 years and two kids. Don't forget that
There
9
you
years and
go.
two kids
Getting
that are
her.
not hers.
But
Right.
where are those kids at? Like your
Two
dad
kids
is
that didn't
not.
come from her.
Mm-mm.
I think this was a good case. It was simple and to the point too.
Yeah.
Like it didn't. I didn't have a lot of lingering questions like I do still have with the Sam Cooke case. I will say that 'cause I still got questions about it.
Well, D, you chose a good case because I can honestly say, even with them narrating it, telling it, they did a little better than any other case. They didn't do all that funny stuff. No pool.
Oh,
Yeah, cause them girls is
yeah.
doing a lot.
She probably didn't do a whole lot because she was about ready to have that baby.
But no,
But
that was a good case. It definitely it made you wonder. You know, it made you just wonder more than anything. You know, why is it that it wasn't? It didn't seem like they dove as deep as they probably should have or could have, and was that because of Morgan Freeman's star power, or you know, if why this man, why you let him dog you like that, and he you know threw dirt on your name for the sake of his defense, and you know why you ain't do nothing about it, Morgan. But like you said, if it was for the sake of not taking attention away from what was at hand, I think afterwards I probably would have came hard at him, like, or his family
yeah,
or
but
something.
his defense was making it seem like so his lawyer during the trial was making it appear as though PCP was a regular part of their life. And then they had evidence that included a video that the couple made while they was on PCP the night of the killing. That's the video that, or the unaliving, that's the video that I saw.
Hmm.
And then they were trying to make it seem like that's what they always did. They always got lifted together. And then they normalized it so much that they documented it on video, is what his lawyer was saying. Like getting high was a memory worth preserving. Those were the words that she used at the trial. Getting high was a memory worth preserving. It was only E'dena's lawyer that mentioned just because you decide to do drugs does not mean that it's an excuse for you to unalive somebody. They had to
Agreed.
keep
Right.
harping on that at the trial.
And that's probably why they dropped it down to manslaughter because they made it seem like it was something that they always did.
You know what? Also, I was thinking about is that why they took her blog down because of the things that she said. Were they able to use that at trial?
They use everything at trial and they manipulate words.
Mm-mm-mm.
Who is
Yeah.
this? Diversity makes us stronger. Go find who is this in these comments?
What?
I don't even know. It just threw me
Somebody
for
that's,
a loop.
somebody that's promoting the LGBTQ community.
Oh, okay. Yes, queens. That threw me off. Anyways, um, missed my train of thought just then. Anyway, I
Like,
agree with Chantel. That's why they dropped it down to manslaughter. I think because they harp so much on the things that they used on the negative things that they did as a couple
Mm-hmm.
versus something else positive. Yep,
right.
Yeah, that
it's crazy.
yeah, that angle. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I wouldn't think to do nothing like that. But I guess it did work in a sense. He wouldn't spend the rest of his life in prison. But I know, like, I was laughing. I kind of chuckled when they were like the people in the jail were mad, or
Yeah,
they were mad at him
but he
because
asking for stuff.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, he running around there like he's just in there for parking tickets. And then it's like, you in here for
That
unaliving like a beloved actor's, adopted daughter or whatever, and you just in
trying to
here
throw
thinking
the
that everything's sweet.
He just gallivanting around the jail
Gallop,
like he ain't
there
here.
you go. This is Chantel.
I
Ding,
was like,
ding, ding.
nobody said the word.
Just gallivanting around, showing up at the events. Like, he probably on the court trying to play basketball. He all over the place.
Did you see him?
But yeah, it's
And the
that's
crazy thing is, it took them 3 years to convict him of that.
3 years.
what
It
was the
took three
question? That's what
years
I don't
for him
get.
to be
What?
convicted.
Yeah, because I mean
He
they
was
saw him.
acquitted. He was acquitted of the unaliving, but convicted of manslaughter, unintentional murder. The conclusion, the outlet claims, is that he, of course, we know that he poked her
That
while
was
on
most
a drug
definitely
fueled
intentional.
frenzy.
You want daddy to switch it?
That was most
Yep.
definitely
It wasn't a one poke or a accidental swipe.
right. It was 25. That's over unaliving at this point.
But that's why I said they play on words because they made it seem like he was on a drug. They said he was on a drug fueled frenzy, right? After consuming PCP. And then he was entangled in the throes of a quote unquote supernatural delusions and convinced that E'dena was possessed by demonic forces, which is the reason why he unalived her the way he did.
Mm.
Oh, they most definitely played on that mental illness. They was not playing.
Oh
He
yeah,
played
they
his
were
part
driving
though
it
to a
home with that.
T. Cause you
Hmm.
got to be crazy to unalive somebody after poking them 25 times to go to a mental institution to ask them for additional food, participate in yoga, and all of the other stuff. Come on now, like
Yeah.
Luckily
Right.
for him, it didn't get him to where he gets to spend the rest of his life in a mental institution. He actually has to go to jail.
Mm.
Right. Because he came down off of that PCP, and you ain't nobody telling you to ain't nothing telling you
who
to do
is
nothing now.
messaging? God dang, phone blowing up.
But yeah, that was so wild to me. Just that it's so amazing how the media can play such a big part in stuff because it. I promise y'all, until y'all have brought this case back to my attention, it it was still in the back of my mind. Like all I remembered was, man, that was crazy. These people was trying to say Morgan Freeman was messing with his kid or his adopted kid or whatever. I was just like, that's crazy to me, and
So,
not really realizing, or not really being conscious about the whole,
so
unaliving that happened.
let me be messy and say, what if they did have a relationship?
They weren't blood related.
Right. They
Right.
weren't.
I mean, look, I don't put nothing past nobody in 2024
Listen, I just don't
or
see
five.
myself messing with somebody with genital keys. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
But her text messages were also about something about older men. Like she was, I don't know, I don't want to say fearful because I forgot the actual verbiage, but she was feeling some type of way, not in a good way, towards older men. She didn't say who, she just said older men.
Mm.
And her and Lamar is the same age. So what older men was she actually referring to within the body of those text messages? We don't know.
Wow. 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 Wow.
But I know he up in Sing Sing. So
Oh gosh.
yep,
So he's getting the worst of it.
yep. But she fought back though until she couldn't fight back. Because they were arguing. It was reported that they were arguing, like somebody witnessed them arguing. They witnessed him mounting her. They witnessed her kicking and screaming and trying to fight back until she just couldn't fight back. So
Mm.
to me, that's why I was like, I feel like she was one of those people that really didn't take no stuff until she couldn't take. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like like the substance says it gives you freaking strength and you don't know where you are and you hallucinating and stuff like that. She didn't know what she was up against, but somebody also reported that she was on it too
So it was just two
during the
superheroes
unaliving.
going at each other.
Right, and that's why I wanted to find the autopsy to verify that she actually did have PCP in her system when she was unalive. But since everything is kind of sealed, you can't really. We can only go off of what they say because we don't really know.
Yeah, yeah, it sucks. Gone too soon. R.I.P. E'dena Hines.
Hmm. She was very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She was, and now that I keep looking at her, she does look like Sanaa Lathan.
Hmm.
I told you. She got a Rudy Huxtable smile, but she do look like Sanaa Lathan when she's not smiling to me.
Right.
This was a pretty good case.
And so
Yeah, this was good.
by default, we're gonna do the Josephine Cook case next week because I think that's gonna be a really good one. It's out of Atlanta.
Yes, sir. I was already looking at that one. I took a deep dive into that one too.
You
I already
did?
started my notes. I was just waiting for
Okay.
somebody to choose it because
Yeah,
I already started.
that one is gonna be really good. She was a judge
Oh,
out of Georgia.
oh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it is. It really is. I was on the fence between her case and this one. And I was like, let's do the Morgan Freeman one first and then take a turn for the other one. So I appreciate that, Chantel. I was waiting.
No problem. No problem.
So how was
Do
everybody's
y'all
new
like
year?
do y'all like how you presented your case?
Thank you.
Yes.
You wasn't stumbling over the place like me.
And like me.
Well, I've been working on this since Friday, so my notes was like, if you can see my notebook, I got a specific notebook
No, what did your
specifically for
daddy say?
Mondays,
Go. What did your daddy
just
say?
so you
Go.
know.
Yeah. And I be
But I
writing
was in
all
my
over
closet. I was sitting on the floor. I had my iPad up. I had my phone going. I was in my little prayer corner, taking my notes. So yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah. I'm a
So what do y'all have planned for the week?
Ooh, it's
just
gonna be a
trying to
busy week for me.
I'm just trying to catch up at work since I've been off from the holidays, man. I came back today. You would have thought I
I've
was
been
gone
trying
for
to
10
find me a
weeks.
24-hour trip to go on.
24 hours.
Yeah, for
Okay.
my birthday. Just for my birthday. That's it.
Yeah, isn't it
Oh,
coming up
okay.
really soon here?
Yep, it's next week.
The 8th? Wait, no, no,
Ooh.
no. Wait, next week is what?
Not the
What,
8th.
Miss
Next week
Coco?
starts on the
I know.
20th.
That's what I thought about. I was like, wait, no, I'm still in last week. Sorry.
So where
Right.
are you planning on going?
I don't know. Chicago cheap right now. For a round trip ticket, it's $78.
Oh
Oh
wow.
Oh, where you
wow.
going in
Yeah.
Chicago?
Girl, know where I was gonna find somewhere to eat and come right back, and it was gonna be a solo trip because my husband can't. He has to
Oh.
work. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Chicago, Chicago. I'm trying to think. I've only been to Chicago 3 times.
That's a lot of times.
But you flying in, I drove. I don't like
Woo.
driving in Chicago. I fly to Chicago and get a Uber or a Lyft or somewhere, but oh, you
And
coming up here in
drive.
the cold months. You
Yeah.
might see some snow, Coco, for your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin them here from Seattle. They like, why you just won't fly back up with us? And I was telling them, listen, I was telling them about Deshanna. They was like, hell, tell her to come over too. So, cause they listen, they down here till Thursday, and then my other cousins they leave Friday to go back to California. And when I told them, because my nephew just left yesterday to go back to Seattle, because he's stationed there now. He just got stationed there Saturday.
Oh, he's in Fort
Oh,
Lewis.
Fort
Um,
Lewis.
yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
that's my. I was at
So
Fort Lewis.
they like, why you just won't ride back? I was like, because my birthday next week. Well, we'll be going Thursday. I can get you. My cousin worked for Alaska. She was like, I can get you a flight. Come on down here. Didn't you say you have a friend down? Tell her to come over too. So
I'm
it
trying to
was
tell
too
you, it's
funny.
so cold here. I think it's gonna snow soon.
They went to Busch Gardens too, and they was like, "Well, if you do come, you're gonna come back in the summer, right? So we can go tubing." And I was like, "I don't know, we'll see." So we just gonna plan a family vacation to go in the summer. But they like, Cole, just go for your birthday, scope it out. I mean, you ain't got to pay for the ticket. So I'm contemplating this year, and I may be up there next week,
Well, just
depending.
let me know, because I'm at home doing God knows what,
Yeah,
but packing.
I'll be in Tacoma
Okay, that's not
if
too
I do
far.
Mm-hmm.
decide.
Yeah, that's not far.
Tacoma, just before you get to Puget Sound.
Mm, that's Tacoma aroma.
Yeah, just before you get to. Oh, Coco, you would have been. Oh man, good thing you wasn't in Chicago this past week, but yesterday.
What's going on?
Girl, it was so loud because the Packers played the Bears, and that's a rival game. And when I tell you the city was
Mm.
lit and they lost, it's the first time the Bears won since 2018 against the Packers. I have never
And they
been
lost.
around so many angry Packer fans in my life.
She said,
We was
and
at
they
Buffalo
lost.
Wild Wings yesterday, and they was wilding. Oh, that was wild. They was like tossing over drinks, and it was like people filing out of there like ants. I was like, it's time for us to go home.
Dang.
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go live tomorrow, right? And this is just last minute studying, but I do want to talk about what happened in New Orleans.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
happened?
Okay.
Did
About
you
the
say who said
14
what
people that
happened?
was killed.
I did,
Deshanna.
y'all. I've been in
Y'all know
mommy
Deshanna
mode.
got juice.
Christina,
She be so busy.
I'm
You
serious.
don't watch
Like, I
TV?
I have not watched TV since he was home these last 2 weeks.
What about
Ooh, girl.
It's been on TikTok too though.
I haven't really, if you notice, I haven't really
She
been on
hadn't been on
TikTok.
TikTok like that.
No, I've been in straight mommy mode where I can't do nothing. He's right up under me. I can't go to sleep by myself. Like, it's been crazy. So I've been missing out on the world right now.
We're gonna find out tomorrow then.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna be listening. Wait, is it morning or afternoon?
Afternoon, I work tomorrow. I work all this week.
Okay.
Oh, you sound so excited about it.
Girl, I had to go off on my supervisor today in the message, and my mom was like, when I read it to her, she was like, "Yeah, yeah. When you talking like that, it's either I can quit or you can do what you got to do." Because no, like I don't care if you bring in 20 new people. When you train them the right way. Because you make my job harder, and then when I complain about it and you brush it under the rug, well, guess what? I tell you
Yeah.
what, technically, this not my job, so I'm not doing it no more. And then I can get a response from it. Oh, can you send it to us so we can, coach them? I don't care if you coach them 10 times. Tomorrow when I clock in, I ain't doing it no more. Like I said,
I don't blame you.
you're
Yep.
not finna try me. I reached out to you twice last week and you ignored it. And then this time, the third time, when I say what I'm not gonna do and standing on it, then you gotta, can you send me? I can't send you nothing, baby. And guess what? We can do whatever we want to do. Whatever you want to do. Go tell your boss so I can tell her what you're doing. That's the only reason why you reached out, because when I stop doing it, they're gonna question you.
Mm-hmm. You got to.
Girl, she
You
made
gotta
me
put
so
your
mad. My
foot
mom had to
down,
pray. My
cause
mom had to pray over me today because I was like, "Girl, they about to get this equipment."
Coco, Crystal said what time?
I'll send it to you, sissy.
Chris, it'll probably be like 3:30. Well, I want to wait till
You
everybody
and
get
Crystal on
off.
the
Cause
same time.
okay, I want to wait till D. You get off at 5:30 my time, right?
Yes.
Okay, we can do it 5:30. I don't mind.
I don't mind what time y'all do it. It don't care to me. It don't have to be
Oh,
5:30. You can do it sooner if you want, cause I sure will be on mute and
We
Coco,
can
do.
we can do 3:30 or 4.
Coco, are you gonna do just the one in New Orleans or the one with the Cybertruck too? Since they claim that those are connected.
We can talk about it. I got to look into. I've heard about the Cybertruck, but I actually haven't looked into it. It's just the New Orleans did something to me. I don't know why.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't need to
Because he
stay
looked
down.
like. Never mind.
Cause you look like us.
And I think it's more of that girl that was killed when her parents told her
The
not to go, and she still
man,
went.
The
that
brother.
that hurt
Yeah,
my heart.
yeah, it did. I ain't gonna
I
lie. I
got
made
the
him go to
preaching.
jail.
I got the preaching to my
I did too.
child. I was like, look, I ain't telling you, you know I'm about a good time, but if I got something to say about it, I'm like, man, you better listen.
Hmm.
You know this world, as my grandma can say, going to hell in a handbasket.
She ain't never lied.
That is so true.
You
Cause
got to
yeah.
be careful what you got to be careful about what you do. You got to be careful about what you say. You got to be careful where you at, cause like even when we went to the game, when I tell you it was so crowded, and I'm already like a person, like since I came back from my deployment, I don't like being in small spaces. And I don't like being in a small space or even in a large space where it's a whole bunch of
A whole
people
bunch
and
of
you right up
people.
underneath me where I can hear you
Yes,
breathing on my neck.
yes.
Baby,
Mm-hmm.
listen, because I tell you in a heartbeat, I give you warning first. Listen, and I will say it. I have PTSD. I need for you to back away from me. And if you don't hear me the first time, you most definitely won't know the second.
Not which grandma.
Both of them, because both of them said it. She know who I'm talking about.
Both of
Both
Krista
them.
said,
grandmas
"Which
said
grandma?"
Both of them. Man, I don't. I just. I. I know I have a problem with. I just have a problem with crowds as it
it.
is,
Yeah,
and so and that's why we don't do like New Year's. Like we always do New Year's like at home. Like
yeah.
it's
Hmm.
it's. I mean, you can have all the drink, all the food you want right here in the house, and it's only because that something like that, not necessarily in that form, but that's always like a fear of mine. I always feel like somebody, but we'll talk more about it tomorrow, but it just really confirmed or heightened, I would say, magnified my fear.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it just that was so sad that because that mom, I know she like just devastated. And but yeah, I won't get to preaching right now. That's a good discussion for tomorrow. But
V Channel, when you do get a chance, just type in New Orleans 14 victims.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah.
14 people was killed, and I think it was 29 or
Oh
30
my
or something like
Jesus.
that was
Okay.
injured.
Okay, I will. Oh my gosh.
And they were young too, except for one
Yes.
person, I think. They didn't even make it out of our wait. But yeah, it was sad.
See, and when you said New Orleans, you know what I was thinking? You know what came to my mind?
What?
The girl Cammy from the Dancing Dolls
Oh, yeah.
and her
I know
passing.
he talking about.
wait, what?
What happened with her
Wait
passing?
a minute. What?
Oh,
The girl, and her mom was on the show with her, and then she became the new captain after the other girl had
Yeah.
passed.
wait, she passed?
Pass?
Yeah,
When?
I don't know. I saw it on TikTok like a month ago.
Oh my gosh.
Now I
Yeah, I
got
didn't
to
even know
look
she
this up.
passed.
Yeah, and they were
She
like
said,
giving
"Did
Cause
you
I
go look it
remember
up?"
her being the captain after
Cameron.
Doing it right
Cameron,
now
that was
Terrell
her
because I
left.
did
name.
not hear
Cameron.
this.
Cameron. I don't know why I was thinking. Okay, well maybe that's what she's talking about because she went to school somewhere else.
How she pass?
I don't know. So that's why I was hoping that's what you was talking about.
See, wait, y'all.
Shonda like, I don't know.
I'm devastated.
I didn't even know
I
she
was a
passed.
DD4L.
Me too.
Right?
I was in DD before.
Baby, I thought I was a part of the team.
Okay, Miss Diana had them going.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Hold on, now when I
You
get over
talking
here,
about that BLK lady?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No, no, no,
Okay,
no.
baby. I'm not ready to go to bed. See if your daddy ready to go, but I'm not.
Demetrius like, come lay down.
Mm-mm.
Her name was Cameron.
I know exactly who
And
you're
remember,
talking
she
about, but I
started off
didn't
as
know
like one
she
of the
passed.
babies. She
I
was like,
follow her mom
Yes.
on Instagram, and
and
I ain't seen
her mom
nothing.
did a post on TikTok. That's how I saw it.
See, I got the
And then I went down the rabbit hole and I was like, oh, so
Did
she
she
really.
block me or something? And now I got to go look.
No,
Y'all,
she blocked me or
that's
something.
devastation.
No, it wasn't her. I just looked at her Instagram and she just posted like within the past couple of hours.
You
Cameron?
must be talking about Cameron at Southern. No, Cameron at Southern, blah blah blah, Southern University.
Yeah.
She went to Southern University in Louisiana,
But
but
that's not her. Cause I just
The Shanna girl, you got. I want
girl,
to know
you
how.
I almost had her. I'm like, wait
Listen,
a minute.
that's why I was kind of quiet because I was hoping that's what y'all was going to talk about. That's what I said right before I said it. Oh my gosh. Wait, so that girl's still alive?
The Shanna.
She's most definitely still alive. You don't put the baby in put the baby in the grave already.
Are y'all sure? I
I'm
swear I
positive.
saw
I am
that.
Girl,
literally
don't have me over here
I'm
grieving.
literally looking at her Instagram right now.
Are you
Crystal
sure?
said, "Don't have me grieving."
Listen, I swear I saw that on TikTok.
I'm about to
You know
start.
what? I see where she said it because I see it too. It says Cameron passed away. Cameron's best friend passed away sitting next to her in a car accident. Shanna, her
Oh, okay.
Cameron's
So
best
she,
friend passed
so
away.
she lived through it.
Hold on, I'm looking at this picture. I'm looking at Cameron Olivia Price. Who is that? Is that her?
No, her last name is Harris.
Yeah.
So her best friend is the one that passed, according
That's
to
so
TikTok.
confusing me.
It says Cameron. Oh, hold on. Hold
You see
on.
how
It's
I
too.
got confused?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Deshauna, you done open up a whole nother.
I'm
She sure
sorry, you
did,
guys.
cause I'm over here.
I swear, I was just that's what I thought y'all was talking about. Okay, next time I'm gonna just be quiet until I hear everything. Cause I swear that's what I thought y'all was talking about.
I was gonna say she passed and my mama didn't call me. My mama, my mama was yeah, like them was her damn kids.
Thank you. I felt like I was the coach that didn't nobody know about. Them was them girl. Oh my lord! I was
Hold
about
on,
to
I
have to
can't.
hop
Cause
up off of here because I was about to have to go looking. I was about to be calling people like, "Do y'all know?"
Cause I swear they had showed a picture of her mom, and I remember her mom. And then they showed her, and I was like, "Oh, she passed away."
Now it was one of them did pass away a couple of years ago. I think she got accidentally shot or something like that. It was
that's the
like
one that
maybe
got shot by a boyfriend in the club outside the club.
I think so if I'm not mistaken.
That's the
Mm.
Cameron Price girl. So the Cameron Price girl is the one that got shot in the head by her boyfriend leaving in the
Mm.
Atlanta club.
Okay,
That's
I'm
the one that
sorry.
I see.
Shannon, you had us all on high alert.
I'm sorry.
Girl, I was over here
Please
grieving.
forgive me. Please forgive me. I really thought that's what y'all was talking about. So Miss Coco told me to go Louisiana. What now? So I'm looking right.
Yeah, you get that information. Shannon, you just cracked me up, girl.
Listen, y'all. I don't get adult conversation. Okay. Hold on, I'm looking for a pencil right quick.
Chi Chi, you sleeping, baby? You feeling okay? She been on mute. She done probably fell asleep because I know she wasn't feeling good.
Okay. So Louisiana. Is it Louisiana 14 I'm looking up or 11?
Look up.
I
Okay,
think
so
it's
now y'all
both
want to get quiet
14.
on
They
me?
said it got it up to 14.
Laughing over here. Oh, I think she said 14.
Yeah,
Louisiana
14.
14? Okay. Listen, I need to make sure I'm looking up the right stuff. I don't want to be saying something and y'all be like, what?
My shit
Krista
said,
said
okay,
she
so
was
I
over
asked
there
now y'all want to be
grieving.
on mute.
So Louisiana 14. Is there anything else I need to look?
No.
Okay. I want to know what the heck I'm
Ain't
talking
nobody
about.
told me nothing.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Krista said, I was about to call everybody. I said, do you know?
I was about to sound the alarm like, wait, Mayday, y'all. Hey, wait a minute. Ain't nobody told me nothing. They know
But
how I used to my dancing doll posts.
did you guys also see that So Gucci's not coming back to the Bellas?
I did. That's
I did. That's
Sanjay and
Son's
Star and
stepmama.
stepmama. The dancing dolls,
And the
the light
twins
skinned
that
girl.
had babies
She
and they're
annoyed
married.
me.
Yes, she did annoy me, and I'm glad somebody said that. I
She did. She got on my nerves so bad. Like, if you wanted to be a dancing doll, baby, just say that. God.
Seem like they mama.
Yes, she wanted to take that attention away from them babies so much. She got on my nerves. She was doing too much.
they yeah, this little the Bell Collective, this
Yeah.
show that come, what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of Carlos King's shows. It's a pretty good show. I always, I mean, I know, at the bottom line, it's there for the drama. We here for the drama, but I always just feel like that's what you should just say it's about. Don't get on here telling us it's about women. Um,
Empowerment.
yeah, and women making moves in, Jackson, Mississippi, and the whole time we probably saw one move.
Well, that was when that one lady came
Yeah,
because of
we
her
done seen
family.
one woman making the moves and everybody else just on here arguing and fighting. Like,
And
it's just
getting shit
like,
on.
just keep it real. This is just another form of messy TV. I'm here for it. I mean, I'm here for the mess, but don't disguise it as women doing big things and we only saw one big thing or maybe two big things the whole time and then everybody else is just wilding out. But yeah, I watched that show. I used to review it on my YouTube channel back in the day.
Mm.
But yeah,
I can't
that's
do it.
Y'all
it.
are
Yeah,
famous.
girl. I'm about some trash TV. I will watch some trash TV right now. My guilty pleasure is Love After Lockup. I love that
Oh,
stupid show.
Oh,
I had
girl.
to
Me and
stop
my sister be
watching.
watching it.
For
I had
real,
to.
Krista, that's our show. You see, look, Crystal and Crystal, Love After Lockup. My sister got me
period.
watching
See,
it.
Do y'all remember the one Andrea and she got pregnant while he was?
Yes.
Do you know he's back in there?
Shut up.
She
Shut
said, "Well, it
up.
looks like I'm a prison wife again." I said, "Oh my God,
Oh
no."
my
That's the black lady.
God.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
and she was
The
a
Mormon.
Mormon.
Yeah.
I was not no dang on Mormon.
She got on my nerves too.
She got on my nerves too, and that was the only season I watched. I didn't like how she just threw the kids off up in there like that with that.
Yeah.
That was crazy to me.
I
Mm.
Because
felt so
when you
bad about the daughter, about her daughter, because she was really not with it. You could see it in her face through the
mm-hmm.
whole filming.
Mm-hmm.
But you
I
know
bet
who
you.
really got on my nerves? was the one, and she was a virgin, and she got with that guy, and then
Oh,
he
you
had
talking about Megan, Michael, and
yes,
Sarah? I
yes.
know about.
Oh,
You know
Look,
what? I laughed. I laughed through their whole story. I don't care. I laughed. If I was in their face, I would have laughed at both of them, at
his
all both
little
of them. Those
ugly
people
tail
he
from
said,
my hometown, and yes,
I
because
yes.
they
said,
both knew better. Sarah was dumb. I'm sorry, not sorry. She dumb. Megan dumb. What you crying for?
I was like, that man had a whole wife and some kids and lied to you, and after you knew, you still wanted to be with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could have had some sympathy for her if when once she found out, she'd be like, "All right, nah, this ain't cool. You lied. I'm out." I'd have like, "Yeah, Megan, that's how you do it. You know, I hate that happened to you or whatever, but you still slick trying to stick around." And
And it was like she came from it seemed like a pretty good family in Texas.
hmm
Her dad wanted the best for her. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody
Yeah.
was concerned. I get it, but my God, girl, as soon as Sarah sat you down at the hotel room that you was at, waiting on Michael to come back, you should have already known at that point.
And Michael was dusty.
Yeah, he
he
was.
back.
Yes,
Y'all do know
Very
he back in prison, right? Back in jail.
Yep.
I was for
I
sure
saw his
knowing that that was
mugshot.
gonna happen again anyway, cause he's
I
dumb. He dumb
Yeah.
too.
He got picked up last month. I saw his mugshot. He looked a hot mess.
you be on it. I saw his
Look,
mugshot.
that's my look. I'm telling y'all, that was my bread and butter. I used to get on there, talk about love after lockup. Was was Twitter friends with like a couple. Y'all remember Brittany and Marcelino?
Yes.
Yes.
Brittany, we were friends on Twitter, and like she used to repost my stuff. Like it was like we used to girl, I was in
Look
the
at
game
Crystal
deep.
getting into the gossip. Like we're gonna
I
start
was deep.
calling you the gossip queen.
Girl, I was in it. I
No,
was
I ain't
in
triggered. Just asking me, am I triggered? No, I'm not triggered, ma'am. I'm fine. What you trying to say?
it. Did I girl. But this new batch, y'all. If y'all ain't got nothing else to watch on TV one day, y'all need to watch this because these this new batch, they a hot mess. But yeah, I wouldn't carve out no special time of the day. It's just like if you bored, like, oh yeah, Crystal said watch Love After Lockup. Let me see what they talk about. Y'all
I'm
gonna
trying
be
to think,
on
what station do they come on? They're We, right?
on we.
I gotta see what streaming services
My
have them.
voice did not go up no octaves. Girl, leave
The
me alone.
funniest one if is the story Derek and Monique.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm
Derek
about to look.
Monique was the thick madame,
the big
God
man.
damn.
and Derek was the little bitty.
Oh God, and it
Yep.
comes right up.
That boy was so little. I ain't gonna call him no boy, but he was so little. And
Oh,
Monique,
I
she
know. I know who you talking about. I saw the whole Lord.
Wait,
her
what
and her
season is
sisters,
this?
huh?
What season? Season 5?
Was it five? I don't see
I
that.
don't know.
I don't
I'm
I
sorry,
remember,
can't
there's
but
remember, but
55 episodes.
if you look at even look, you can look it up on TikTok. If you look up uh Monique versus Derek's sisters or something,
and you
Okay.
know, one of her sisters was not a sister, but was
yeah,
like a sister.
Bristol, yeah,
I saw, yeah, I saw that. I said, poor thing, poor.
Sister
And her
Rich.
driving that SUV, baby. Listen, my sister said the storyline was hilarious, wasn't it?
It was so funny.
So
And
not
Yeah.
Anthony and Shari.
Not
uh-uh,
Anthony and Sheree, no.
uh-uh,
Okay.
uh-uh.
Okay.
Monique and Derek.
I'm still
And you know
scrolling.
what? Derek really wasn't bad looking, and I honestly think
That
everybody
fight,
was
y'all.
trying to fit like when.
You right. He
Did you
was
see
funny
where?
looking.
Didn't he marry a
Did
Didn't he marry like a lady that was a producer for like a Tubi or something like that?
She
I
was
don't
some
know,
kind
but
of
I know
author or something.
he
I
was
forgot what she was, but yeah, she was something. And her and Monique used to go at it
They
on
used to go at it
Instagram
by
now.
him.
And I was all in
but
the
when
middle of
he
their
messing
fights.
did he mess with a he was messing with one of the guards where he was at too.
Yep. And and when they got out, when he
Like
got
they
out,
was just
remember
Yeah.
she
trying to
was
get back
chasing
to
him.
him.
She was chasing him
Mhm.
in that car.
I remember that.
Oh, that scene had me in tears because they was so scared. They didn't know what the heck was going on. They was running
They
red
had two
lights. They
people
was
in
tripping.
it was two people in your area, Coco, in Florida, in Tampa, on one season.
Oh, I
Uh-huh.
remember them.
Hmm.
Sure.
Wait a minute. It says pastor's daughter drops 50,000 on an inmate. Hope meets a surprise guest at Arthur's release.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
What?
dropping fifty
Arthur.
thousand
This
dollars
is
on
this
no
is
fellas.
another
Oh,
one.
Arthur
Listen,
and
I stay
Hope.
paid.
Hope was the truck driver. She was the mixed girl, the truck driver. And Arthur was the dude with all the tattoos on his face. They were on a more recent season.
Okay.
He had some mental issues going on. And
Okay. I'm still
it was
scrolling.
girl, you need to find Derek and Monique to look for the
I'm
fight.
trying to get there.
Yes.
It says season 5 has 55 episodes. So I'm scrolling as I'm looking for Derek and
I'ma
Monique.
look for it and I'ma send it to you because I think I got something saved.
Oh my gosh.
Because when I'm having a bad day, I be going back looking at that stuff. I be
Mm-hmm.
chuckling, y'all. I be just chuckling over here.
Okay.
They little
Cause
storyline
baby,
though, I think out of all of them was the funniest to me because the way they looked at Monique
yes.
and then they looked at Derek and was trying to
What
figure
they
out
do in that car? I'm
how.
like, now who put that camera like that? Like, please, y'all know she was
It
not
didn't
looking
matter
like
which
that.
angle you looked at.
Oh,
They
remember
was
It didn't.
being
Andrea and Lamondre?
Yes.
Oh,
who? Who
Andrea
y'all
and
said?
Lamondre. Remember them? Andre and Lamondre?
Oh,
They was from Daytona.
yeah, they didn't make it the whole season though. She found out he wasn't getting out of jail and she did.
Can you
Mm-mm-mm.
blame her?
He was paying them bills though,
Yeah, he was.
but he looked
He
like
was possessive though, because ain't that
I
the
was like,
one
yeah,
he was wanting to. I think
she
she could have done better, anyways.
she did
That's what her
good to get
sister
away
said
from
too.
him.
But
She did good to in that because I had a feeling it wasn't gonna end well when he got out.
Oh, okay. See, I see why there's 55 episodes because this is now Where Are They?
Yeah, they merged them seasons
Yeah,
together,
because
What
girl.
was the
It
one with the guy who was in prison? In prison, and he had the cameras in the house.
that
that's
was when that
T T
God,
T what's her name? Teeny and Rob.
oh,
Okay.
I
And
just saw them on TikTok.
he out now and they together. They be looking cute on Instagram. Y'all, I be following these people.
Deshanna, my sister said, Google the picture with with Monique and Derek in the SUV. That'll give you an indication of how small he really was compared to Monique.
When I tell y'all,
Oh gosh.
he pissed me off so bad when they went out to dinner that day though. And he
Oh
ordering up
yeah,
some stuff.
yeah.
This man ordering king lobster. Like he ain't ordering the snow
But
crab.
guess
He
what
ordering.
though? She made it seem like he could do it because she whatever he wanted, she was on it. But I tell you
See,
what, when it comes down to if it comes down to a point where I get you a phone and I got to put a tracker on your phone to figure out what you're going or what you're doing and what you got going on, it is not worth it for me.
you ain't getting no phone
Yeah,
if I
we
got to
yeah
do
we
all that.
yeah yeah no, we're not gonna be together.
Hold up, y'all. Why is he so tiny and she's so giant? I just Googled. I'm like, what? See, now I need to find them for real, because, oh, I gotta see this.
Damn,
They
when was the
had the
last time you
best.
watched TV?
When I tell you
Right?
they woke Love After Lockup back up because it had fell asleep. It was boring. I was
It
like,
was,
man, I'm not about to keep
yeah.
watching this. But when I saw them, I said,
It's even
give it
worse
a
when you see
chance.
them in the hotel room.
Oh, wait a
How
minute.
Which
And
small he is.
they have on here Monique makes confession about her pregnancy scare. Lizzie reveals where she's at now. Oh, so Monique did a thing, so I can see where they are now. She's
yeah,
You need to
episode.
see where they was before you see
you
where they
need
are
yes, you
now.
need to see where they was at because they was
Oh
in that park
Lord.
going at it. The parking lot. They had that parking
Yeah,
lot
waiting for
turned.
him to get out. That was the day of his release, wasn't it?
Well, see, the problem is on Peacock, they got season 4 has 64 episodes, so I have to find them.
I'm gonna find the episode, Deshanna. I'm gonna just send you the exact one. You ain't gonna have to search. I got you covered.
Okay, okay.
And
Chantel, what did you just ask?
Huh?
What did Chantel just ask?
I
Did you
asked her what
say
she been
Deshaun?
for the past few years.
Wait, what? Wait,
She
what?
said, where have you been for the
Oh my
past
God!
few
Wait, wait,
years?
wait! I didn't hear what you say.
Like, where you been for the past few years?
I have been in autism mommy mode. Like,
Deshanna
I
says
am
she
here.
ain't had time to be watching this trash
Listen,
TV along with me. Huh? I am.
listen. I have
Listen,
been like
I
having.
don't mean to sound like a mama who don't take care of her child because I'm the greatest mother, but you got to make time to get some TV time in, baby, because I don't play.
Listen,
Ding
and
ding
that
ding.
was like one of my goals for this year. I'm gonna start focusing on me. Like I'm actually starting to look for jobs, you guys. I'm trying to find a work from home job. I gotta start focusing back on me because I've been focused on everything but me.
You gotta do it.
So
You
just
Yes,
have
having
God.
to.
like making time for myself to even watch TV, I'm just like, okay, let me go back to doing that. I'm kind of miss it. I feel like there's a lot of friends I don't know anymore on TV.
Yeah, you
Even if you're
definitely.
doing one episode or two at a time, you need to do it. Listen, my TV time is when I'm working, and it's a video on TikTok that'll show you where I got my iPad right there on the corner. I'm gonna watch something to keep my mind stimulated, and when I need a break, I go into break mode, watch a little bit of my episode. That's how I watch my series. I'm about to start another series, as a matter
Like
of
who is
fact.
Gabby and Chris
D
and
do the same
Monique
thing
Chris?
I do. Watch my shows while I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
Gabby and
I
Chris.
absolutely do.
I have to see them. They probably didn't make a big impact on me.
Oh, okay. But I will say, you know what I did get to watch over this break that he just had?
Don't
The
put it all in one
Conclave.
there. Make sure
Have
you
you
put
guys
it
seen that?
yeah. Okay.
You guys?
Huh?
Did
Mm-mm, I
anybody?
haven't seen it, but I see it on my TV to watch. Is it
Oh,
Oh
good?
my,
what is
it's
it?
good. It's so good. Like I just
The
didn't know that much
Conclave.
about the Roman Catholics.
Yeah.
It how their whole vetting process works is just it's very interesting.
Now, Deshauna, if I start watching this and I fall asleep, I'm gonna be
No, I'm telling you. Okay, so I did fall asleep the first time because I was really tired watching it. I ain't gonna lie. But then I
mad.
rewatched it and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, they be straight blackmailing each other. Like it was good. hmm I
Okay,
promise
I'm
you.
gonna give
I
it a
promise you
shot.
it is. Yeah, it's actually good. I was in shock.
I also want to see the agency too. I saw
Oh,
that pop
that's
up on.
good. I did see that. I did see that.
Okay, that's on my list of things to watch.
It took
I
me a
was,
while to get through it.
oh crap! I
Only
need something
because
that's gonna lock
no,
interest.
no, it will lock into. But see, like Judah, when he wants my attention, he goes to acting
Gotcha.
very brand new. So I just have to stop whatever I'm doing. Like right now, he's mad at me, so that's why he's letting me be on right now. Yeah.
Y'all ever had all the food in the world in your refrigerator, but you don't want not ham good?
That's me
There's
three
so much
days out
stuff
the
in this
week.
refrigerator. So much stuff in this refrigerator, and I just don't want it. And we just went to Costco.
Oh,
I
you know what
just
I
don't
got at
want
Costco, you guys? That was really good. Have you ever had artichokes? The marinated artichokes?
Mm-mm.
They're really good. I got them from Costco.
We just bought some crispy potato corn dogs. I might have that.
Mm.
Mm.
Non-healthy. Sorry, all starch and cheese. She said you had artichokes. That's so healthy, Shanna. I'm about to eat these crispy potato corn dogs.
Good. I'm really trying to be healthy this year.
Me too. Me too. But I'm about to have this crispy potato corn dog tonight.
Wait, okay, here's
I
another
got to
one.
have it.
This says Chris spends 1 million on Jada from prison. Letitia confronts Keith about an ex. Who is Chris and Jada, and how did he get $1 million to be spending from prison?
Pen pals. You'd be surprised how much money comes through them books.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Be surprised how much money comes through. I know. Don't say a word, Crystal, if you're still in the chat. My sister called me out in a minute. That's why she said my voice went up a couple octaves. Don't do me.
I spoke too soon. He came in my room to my
Hmm.
I knew she was in that chat laughing at me. Don't do me.
Talking about me.
What kind of? I don't know. I might not eat this. No, we're gonna eat it anyway.
D, what are they called again?
Crispy potato corn dogs. So it's basically just um, mozzarella cheese in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
crispy breaded on the outside, and then it has like the potato cubes for texture on the outside of the breading.
Oh, so there's no hot dog.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Nope, just all starch.
She
Okay.
said nope. Just all sorry.
I was waiting to hear about the meat.
Mm-mm. All
Oh
starch.
my
Cheese and
god.
potato.
Okay.
That's what we having tonight. Listen, I was healthy this morning. We had cloud eggs Benedict, and it had ham, and he made holiday sauce from scratch. He
Oh,
made the eggs and everything. Yeah, he did all that this morning. He ain't here. I'm about to have these crispy potato corn dogs tonight. Yeah, he was in here whipping it up in the kitchen this morning. It was actually pretty doggone good. We couldn't even finish the whole thing. I had to come back to eat it. But he going back carnivore, so all the starch belongs to me.
mm.
Cause baby, I'm gonna eat some macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna eat a potato, and I'm gonna eat
Listen,
some
baby.
bread.
You got a potato in an oven. What you want to eat? Cut me some potatoes up.
Yup. You're not about to make me not eat my fries. I had fries yesterday. Now, you gonna get fries? Yes, I am. You gonna eat yours? No? Okay, put them on my plate, cause I sure will eat them. Yeah.
Well, y'all, it's been fun. I'm gonna look up the Louisiana 11, but I gotta do bath time now.
14.
Chantel, how long we
Oh,
been on?
14.
Let you in.
Exactly,
What?
exactly 2 hours.
You said 14, right? 14 or 11? Which is it?
Hold on, come here so you don't drop it.
14.
Okay.
We have been on for exactly 2 hours, which is really good.
Yeah. The first live of the new year.
And I am downloading them and saving them and putting them on YouTube so that if y'all want to go back and listen to them, y'all can.
I didn't know you had a YouTube channel, ma'am.
I've been having it. I just wasn't posting on it, but I did started posting these on there the other day.
Oh, yep. I'm gonna need that.
So I
Please and
will.
thank you.
It's in my bio.
Oh, you
Oh,
fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy,
right.
huh?
Her and she got one. I saw what she posted her too.
Yeah, no, she is fancy. I ain't fancy because I'm just posting these so that if we want to go back and listen to them, we can. Now she is fancy because she's doing the monetizing and all of that good stuff.
Oh,
I need to ask her something when she feel better, cause TikTok supposed to be shutting down, and I'm trying to get my $250. Okay.
Okay,
I don't think you think they're gonna shut down.
I
Cause
don't
I don't
think
think they
they
shut down. I'm
are.
gonna tell you. I done got approved for 13 samples in less than a
Woo!
day.
Listen,
To include, y'all
that is
know
the
those
one thing I regret.
the gas arms for the monitors for your desk.
Hmm.
I got approved for that.
Say that again.
You know the monitor arms, the ones that they were advertising, the dual monitor arms that you can connect to the desk.
Uh huh.
Like it hooks to the back of the desk, and it is just the arms where you can maneuver your screen the way you want
Uh
to, as
huh.
opposed to having. I got
Uh huh.
approved for that.
Okay.
Now
So
Chantel,
I
the
feel like they've
people,
been approving too much stuff to be shutting down. Like,
listen,
yeah,
that girl, they approved me for this little leak proof cup, and then these other people reached out to me about these panties, these tummy.
yes,
Girl, I showed, and I said, well, the request wouldn't let me go through. She said, here, try this. I was like, oh, they really
yep,
trying to get these samples. Chantel, that
yeah.
agency that we was talking about,
hmm.
I end up saying yes to it because that's the people for that thing that you had got approved for. That
Okay.
it's them, because when they reached back out to me and I told them I couldn't do the request, they sent me another one. They told me to approve the thing so they can request samples on my end. So it's them who they get, that what it is, a generator,
it's
a
not a
power.
generator. It's like a light. Well, I mean, I guess you can say it's a generator. Actually, that's just not what they call it. But if you lose power, as long as it's charged up, you can use it. Mine should be here one day next week.
It's them. So if you approve it, that's them.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
approved for what else
that's
did I get
good,
approved
D.
for? Some book. It's a book that says "In My Mind" or something. Hold on.
I have it.
I don't know. I got approved for that one. I just got approved from the We Asia supermarket. Y'all know the egg tarts and the ugly cake thing.
Uh huh.
They sent me a sample for that. I was
Oh,
like,
I
I
knew it
didn't
was something
even
I was supposed to tell you, D. Guess what I got approved for?
what
That toothpaste you got.
the
That
the
the
knob,
BS.
the no BS.
Yeah.
I love it. I
They
love it.
approved me for it yesterday.
Matter of fact, I need to get another jar because somebody been in my stash.
Don't do him like that.
You do. You be in my
I hadn't
stash.
requested
But
nothing because I'm taking a break.
Listen, you have to. I've been literally waiting until the last day because I'm like, why did you do this? And I said, you told Chantel you weren't requesting no more samples, so why you keep messing with them people?
I had to take a break because the last 2 weeks it's been so overwhelming. Like I really had to. I was just like, oh, never again. I was getting stuff every single day, so I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a week off, and because it was too much.
Yeah, it do get too
it's
much
just
because you
been
don't want
like
to.
a whole lot of stuff. I was like, what is happening? The hipster underwear, flare leggings that crossover, the cordless jump rope, the egg tarts, the dual monitor arms, it's another long sleeve dress, the probiotic and the enzymes, that's coming. The energy caffeine, the energy and focus like the neuro energy caffeine peppermint gum, that's
Mm-hmm.
coming. That book
Did
is
y'all
coming.
see
I
the
was like, my
story on
God.
that with the that neurogum? How the
Yes.
people from Shark Tank tried to offer them $1 million, and they've done made over 50 million off this gum.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yep.
I said I was gonna try
My
it because
sister got it.
they said if you like Red Bulls, then try those. And Red Bull been my guilty pleasure for a while, and I said I
My
wanted to
sister
try
got
it.
it. She just put it in the chat. She said she loved it. It worked for
Really?
her.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yep.
try
She
it.
said it works for her. So, yeah, it's been a whole bunch of stuff coming up here, and half of that stuff was just like at midnight, like 12:30 this
Yep.
morning. I looked at my collab invites, and I was like, "What is happening?" And they all free samples.
Yep.
Chantel, that's why I be up because it seems like they work late at night. So let me work
Hey,
late
you
at
know
Yeah.
night
what?
and in the
No,
middle of the
no,
night.
for real, because they respond late at night. I talked to three different companies last night. They all responded back to back. I was like, damn, y'all ain't sleep.
No, because they probably on a different time zone.
I'm sure. I was the one that
I'm
couldn't tell
excited
them
about
sleep.
this egg tart cake, this Asian stuff, because everybody was
You
saying
got to
how
tell me
good.
how it is, G.
You know I'm gonna do a review. Got to. I'm gonna tell you when I saw the name of the company because it's WEEEEE. In my
Oh,
brain, I was like, "We Asian supermarket sent me this." That's the first thing that popped up in my head. So I'm most definitely gonna put it in my stuff. I'm gonna put it in my video. Yep. I'm excited to try it. And I'm gonna be honest too, because I don't play about food and stuff like that. But I got a whole bunch of other stuff. Creatine gummies, they want me to try some weight. Like ever since I posted about the vibration plate,
mm-hmm.
all workout equipment and stuff, they've been sending me stuff for that. Like the
That's
cordless
good.
jump rope. It's like ball bearing jump rope. I could either add the cord to it or take the cord off. And I was like, oh, I'll
Mm.
try it. You gonna send it to me for free? I'll try it. I don't know how I feel about jumping, but we're gonna see when it gets here.
Yeah.
Y'all forgot school had started back today. My sister
Really?
called me this morning she called me this morning to vent, and I ain't gonna lie, I was like, oh my gosh, I just literally got started, please. But listening to her, and I ain't gonna lie to her mom, I said she didn't know she was giving me clues and hints, and the whole time I was just overlooking it because it was too early in the morning. But she like, yeah, when I took Alex to school, that was my first hint. And she kept talking. She was like, so I was like, let me call and check my, debit card. And she said, okay, Donnie, have a good day at school. Like that. That was my second one. And it still had dawned on me. That's when I said, she said something. I forgot what she said. And I said, hold on. You just told Donnie to have a good day at school. She talking about you ain't took my nephew to school. I said, but I got a call. I can't talk to you no more. Bye. We got to the school at literally 8 o'clock on the dot. And when I got in there, they like, I know he ain't had no doctor's appointment. So what you had going on, Miss Gordon? I said, y'all, I forgot it was school. We was just sitting up there chilling. He was jumping in the bed. I was working.
Coco.
I forgot, D.
Why we got
I
the same
forgot.
last
And
name?
listen, and this was so crazy. Even my husband said, "Oh, well, I guess I'll be there at 12:55 to pick you up." Because we was talking about something, him going somewhere. He said, "I guess I'll be there at 12:55 for the half a day," and that still didn't dawn on me when he left last night to go to work. And he said, "Where you at? You off?" I said, "I forgot to take our child to school." He told me, "Oh my gosh, all right, I see you when you get back." I was just stuck in vacation mode still.
Okay. You know we got the same last name.
Oh, for real?
Yes, when you just said it, I was like, wait a minute. What did she just say? Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's my married last name.
No, not my married last name. That's my maiden name, but we got the same. But we have the same last name.
Okay, Mrs. Gordon.
I know, right? Krista, I'm gonna eat this corn dog and you're gonna leave me alone. And I'm still gonna get on the vibration plate and post tonight after I eat it. It's just
I
the
hate
way.
to I hate to end the live and then she end up in somebody else's live.
I know. Oh, she's asleep probably, huh?
Yeah, because I texted and asked was she.
You know she'll talk about it tomorrow.
Listen, we all done been there, even me.
I
Y'all
don't
know
like
this
how
not gonna
y'all
happen to me.
I don't like how y'all just left me in somebody else's live.
We tried. We tried.
Should I try to call her before you end it?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me call her.
Just in case she answers.
She been on mute for a minute. Like she talked for a
Yeah.
little bit,
She
but
gotta
I
be
know she don't
asleep.
feel good.
Yeah. Don't tell Naya she can. Naya, you come. Don't do that. Raggedy silk. Oh, Kylie. No, you can't give me nothing.
Just let her rest. She need to rest anyways, but she didn't pick up.
Yeah. Okay.
She didn't pick up.
Well, all right, you guys. Whenever you
I'm
go live,
saying,
Coco, just let me know.
yeah. And I'm gonna
Okay,
send
I'll let you
y'all.
know.
I'm gonna send y'all next the one from next week. We'll be that
Okay.
Okay.
way. We'll be ahead.
Can't tell what you
Okay.
cooked.
I fried some chicken. It came out real pretty again.
Mm.
Some baked what is them? Baked beans, macaroni, and garlic bread.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Good.
good.
I made some broccolinis.
Some
You know, I
who?
love
Ew.
steak. Some
Okay.
broccolinis.
Okay.
Some steak. I made him some shrimp. And I made me some potatoes and made him mashed potatoes because I don't want no mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay.
I'll take a potato any day. I don't care how you make it. A potato to me is a potato. That's why I'm gonna eat this here corn dog. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna eat this corn dog tonight. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it.
And don't.
I wouldn't either, baby. Who?
I
And when
still
you do,
got
make sure you rub your feet together while you're eating, okay?
right.
Hmm.
Not rub your feet together.
Nope, 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 nope,
Yep,
nope.
I'm gonna rub my feet together.
Well, all right, ladies.
Okay, Chantel.
Alrighty.
Y'all have a good night.
Okay, D, have a good
You
night. Have
too.
a good night, Crystal.
Have a good night, Deshanna, Crystal, and whoever else I missed in the comments.
Alright.
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me, Pooh. Oh, sorry. I apologize.